Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net and it is Monday the 14th of December. Thanks again for watching. Just 11 days to go until the big day itself. Things still looking mild actually running up to Christmas. Now, yeah, I know you'll tell me that I said temperatures were going to be much cooler. Well, although temperatures do kind of fall off a little bit, this is the 14-day temperature forecast for London. There's the increase in temperature we see this week as the southwesterly winds kick in. This is later on this weekend and into the run up to Christmas and through Christmas itself. So we do see kind of a fall off in temperature of sorts, and it does become cooler, but still with temperatures well above normal for the time of year. And this is an amazing chart. This is the temperature anomaly of December so far from Carsten Houston's site. And what it shows us, in fact, let me just get onto the proper chart for you. There we are, that's the one I want to show you. What it shows us is the monthly mean anomaly departure from normal for December so far, and across the globe a temperature of plus 0.757 degrees above normal. Now, this is model produced, so this is looking at the forecast model, and it always comes in lower than what the actual temperature is. But some really warm conditions look across Canada, across much of the USA, particularly over the eastern parts of the USA. Europe too affected by these warm conditions, running down into northwestern parts of Africa and across Russia too, and down through China as well as Australia and South America. So just about everywhere across the planet affected by these warmer temperatures so far through December. Now, as far as the next 7 days go, I gave you a sneak preview of this a few moments ago. Still warm across eastern Canada, cooling off across the western parts of the states. Very warm though, look, across much of Europe heading into the next 7 days. Cooler weather getting into central and northern parts of Russia. Still pretty cool. It's still pretty warm though through these central eastern areas. It's the northeast of Russia that goes much cooler as well. Very warm across southern parts of Australia. The global anomaly is down, but it's still at 0.337 degrees. So it's still staying mild across the globe even through the next 7 days. So some very mild weather ahead. Now, as far as the coming days go, running up to Christmas, no real signs, as I say, of cooler weather on its way. This is the ECMWF operational. And you notice here right the way through that we've got this south to southwesterly flow showing up, bringing in mild conditions off the Atlantic all the time, going for this southwesterly, just persisting as we go through into the pre-Christmas week. Also the jet stream strengthening as well, so indications of some strong winds returning, the potential for some pretty heavy rain through western parts of the country running into next week. But of course we'll know more about that as we get into next week itself. This is how the Canadian sees it. Basically, it's the same with the southwesterly flow. Look, all the way through. This is the 21st. There we are, 22nd. And notice the isobars getting close together here at day 8 and 9. This is the 23rd of December. This looks like it could run into a very windy Christmas period, particularly across Scotland, where I think we will see the wettest of the weather. So with the jet stream strengthening, we need to be watching out for a risk of heavy rain across northern parts of the country again. I'm tentatively going to say it probably won't hit the northwest of England as hard as it has. It's probably Scotland that sees the heaviest of the rain, and even the GFS ensemble has a similar thing on it as well. It's also got this west to southwesterly flow, bringing in the mild conditions, look, all the way through, and some strong winds to boot as well. That's Christmas Eve, and there we are with Christmas Day. It still has those mild conditions right across the country, so good agreement between the models. So I think mild is the way to go. However, what I will just mention to you is that Gary's been doing some work on the longer ranges, and also I've been looking at the MJO, and there are just some hints that we could get colder weather starting to come in, perhaps into the second week of January. That could be our first hit of winter, perhaps not lasting very long, but it could be the first hit of winter that we see. I'll try and tell you more about that tomorrow. And yeah, like I said, I know that I was talking about cooler weather running up to Christmas, and it's not quite as cool next week as I thought, but temperatures are going to be falling off a bit, as I said at the beginning of the video. Now, this is an interesting story from The Guardian. I think this is something that's sort of slipped through the net that shouldn't slip through the net. This is their story saying that they've seen papers basically relaxing the government's air pollution targets until 2021. If this is true, then this is a real concerning story. I have no reason to doubt what The Guardian is saying, but if it's true as far as the government are concerned, then this is really concerning, because while our focus has been on climate change in Paris, and I won't make any statements about the government's view on the environment at the moment, but while our attention has been turned on Paris, really climate change is more medium to longer term. The impacts of that would be medium to longer term. But air pollution is something we can monitor. We know what's going on, and we also know the impacts on human health. Yet, we're talking about relaxing our air pollution limits. That is a concern because it has a direct impact on us and on our children as well, and on our health. And as you know, through weatherweb.net, I've long said that we've got a concern about these air pollution limits and the number of times that we go over the limits in the UK, and the lack of monitoring as well that we have in the UK. So if you do get a chance, go and have a look at the Guardian website and type in pollution and just have a look at that story. It's well worth taking a look. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that for now, but don't forget to check out Gary's Fast Forecast for the details for the next few days. But for now, whatever you're doing, have a great day, keep the sun shining, and bye for now.